Good evening and welcome to the Vanarama National League highlight show. All the goals with analysis from Erin McLean and Jamie Turley to come. But we're going to start our roundup at the top of the table with Barnet versus Woking. Now, both these sides finished in the bottom half of the table last season. Both have had really strong starts to this campaign. Richard Newman has the details.
Barnet and Woking are surprise challengers near the top of the table. It's the first time the hosts have been at the summit since winning the National League title in 2015. And Barnet took the lead on the stroke of half-time. Ryan de Havilland turning an Efron Mason-Clark's cross from the right, his second goal in his last 3 games. But Woking pushed hard for an equaliser, and Kyron Lofthouse almost produced it, hitting the post with an effort which beat Laurie Walker, but not the goal. Barnet wrapped up the 3 points late on though. Ben Winter up from the back to head in at the far post for his first goal for the club. Barnet remain unbeaten, but Woking's mini-winning run is over. It's not been the start Scunthorpe would have wanted after starting life outside of the Football League, and the visit of last season's beaten playoff finalist Solihull Moors meant it wasn't going to get much easier, and it was Scunthorpe who raced to an early lead. Joe Nuttall with a smart finish after Louis Molden overcommitted. 3 minutes later it was 2. The Iron taking advantage again of poor defending from Solihull. Nuttall with the unselfish layoff for Colin Daniel to side foot into the corner, catching Molden off guard. It looked to be turning into a great afternoon for Scunthorpe, and it got even better 10 minutes before half-time. Nuttall grabbed his second, lifting the ball over Molden for the second time of the game. Solihull are usually no pushovers though. It had been an uncharacteristic first-half performance until Jamie Osborne produced something out of nothing in the 41st minute, a peach of a goal from outside the box. But it really was game on just minutes later. This time Osborne was the provider. Fikwa Kelleher, brother of Liverpool goalkeeper Kieran, with a bullet header. The visitors were piling on the pressure, and they completed the comeback through a flowing move, and when you need someone to finish it, Andrew Dallas is the man. Into the bottom corner for his 3rd goal of the season. The momentum was with Solihull, and Alex Reid scored a stunner to put them ahead, leaving Scunthorpe stunned and the visiting fans delirious. That's how a remarkable game finished, as Solihull inflicted a 3rd straight defeat on Scunthorpe.
We lost 4-3 because of ourselves, there's no question about that. Barring the first strike, which is an amazing strike, you know, we should have dealt with the game better.
Having challenged for promotion last season, Halifax have had a nightmare start, heading into this round of fixtures bottom of the table and as the only club yet to score. In contrast, Wilson had 2 wins from 3, and that's who went ahead. Informed Reece Brown with a composed finish to put his side in front 6 minutes before half-time. That's the way it stayed. 1 point, 3 defeats and no goals scored. A miserable start for Halifax.
It is a frustration, but we know the quality we've got in the group. We know the quality of midfielders, the quality of the wingers, and certainly the quality of the strikers. There's players there who will get goals. We just need to hit that run of form now and turn some of the performances into victories.
Maidenhead are another club who started well after last season's struggles. They were at a Dagenham and Redbridge side yet to win, but Dagenham were ahead before the half-hour mark. Sam Ling and Mohamed Sagaf combined well down the right. Paul McCullum converted his 3rd goal of the season through the legs of Daniel Jalai. Maidenhead pushed hard for a leveller in the second half. Elliot Justin was equal to Cole Kepakawa's header. Not long after, they were in again. Dagenham's defence switched off. Justin didn't, denying Adrian Clifton before the hosts got lucky with the ricochet. They continued to knock on the door, but Dagenham held on. Darryl McMahon's side finally off the mark.
Right, to dissect all this, Jamie Turley and Erin McLean are alongside me. Let's start. We almost had a comeback here. There was one at Glanford Park, coming back from 3-0 down, Solihull, to win 4-3. Alex Reid, the super sub. Is that really a name that you want, though?
It's not a name that you want, but it's one that he'll take at the moment. You know, listen, I think he'll be disappointed that he finds himself on the bench now and again. But listen, if you can do something like this, you know, you can score goals like that, that's back-to-back goals for him now, and he'll be full of confidence. And he's in a team that's packed full with goal scorers. You know, Sabara, Dallas, now Josh Kelly. You know, he has to keep doing that to get his name on the team sheet.
That also leaves Solihull now third in the table. They must be full of confidence, Jamie.
They have, yeah, and it's just building from last season, really. They're unlucky, so yeah, this New Ireland's got a good side there, so here we go.
Certainly has. Right, well, let's talk about your old side, Barnet. The best start for them in 17 seasons. You did manage to go back for a little bit of pre-season before the knee gave in on you. What's going on there?
I just think the manager's got his players in now, and, you know, the message is clear to the players, the instructions. I was there, and it's just, you know, they simplified the game, get it forward, and just making defenders make decisions, and, you know, get the forward, and the players they're buying into what he's asking.
Ryan de Havilland as well, on fire.
Yes.
Absolute fire, and him and Mason Clark, you know, two very, very good players. I watched their last game of pre-season against Peterborough, and they absolutely battered them. And afterwards, Dino said, listen, we're not going to get carried away, but we're confident about this season. And they've started off like a house on fire.
Well, credit where it's due to Wealdstone, still part-timers in the National League, but they've turned Halifax again today. Halifax without a goal in the National League at the minute, and just a single point. I mean, Chris Millington said he wasn't worried, but surely, Jamie, you'd have to be in that dressing room.
Yeah, I would be worried. I do worry for them, and, you know, it's going to take a lot for them to change around. They've lost the key players and the manager over the summer, but yeah, I do worry for them.
All right, well, we wait to see their fate. But next up, we're going to head to the racecourse ground, where Wrexham were looking to bounce back from their midweek defeat to Chesterfield. Newly promoted Maidstone were the visitors, and Simon Watts has the details.
Rob McElhenney witnessed Wrexham's midweek defeat at Chesterfield, and just to crank up the pressure, he was joined by co-owner Ryan Reynolds for this one. Paul Mullin had already hit the bar before he opened the scoring. Maidstone boss Hakan Hayrettin missed Tuesday's defeat to Dorking as he was abroad for his nephew's wedding, and he probably wished he'd not bothered coming back as Jordan Davies' volley gave Wrexham further distance. Phil Parkinson demanded his players were more aggressive from set pieces this week, and they certainly took the message on board as Luke Young's corner went in off Stones defender Dominic Odesanya, who got the final touch. It was a perfectly timed return to the UK for the club's Hollywood owners, ahead of next week's premiere of a documentary about their time at the club. A third corner producing a fourth goal, a handball, allowing Mullin to score the penalty with ease. The striker loves it at the racecourse. This was arguably, though, the highlight of his prolific spell at the club. A wonderful solo goal for Mullin's first hat-trick for Wrexham and first in the National League this season. 15 goals in his last 13 home league appearances.
I'm very pleased the way we went about our business today. We looked a real threat. Probably could have had more, but just it was a manner of the display which pleased us so much today. You know, we've kind of come here on the back of a defeat, and when you get beat, you've got to find solutions. And I felt the lads implemented everything we asked them to do and played terrifically well today.
Yet to win this season, Southend's preparations weren't helped by an injury to goalkeeper Steve Arnold in the warm-up, meaning teenager Colin Andengen D had to start. Chris Ray was so close to giving them the lead. The son of the former Arsenal and Monaco striker who goes by the same name, Ray was involved with the opener, laying on a pass for summer signing from Altrincham, Dan Mooney to score. A win for Kevin Mayer against John Sheridan, who signed him for Oldham 14 years ago. Dorking Wanderers have been the entertainers this season. Top scorers heading into the weekend, also the worst defence. When Gateshead debutant Dan Langley spilled across, James McShane beat the Newcastle loanee. And the return of the Mac just 3 minutes later doubled Dorking's advantage. A beauty, his 5th in 4 games makes him the league's top scorer. Dan Lincoln was making his first start of the season in goal for Dorking, having returned from his other job, captain and wicketkeeper for Berkshire. He couldn't make the catch here on his return as Adam Campbell ran through to score a consolation. York were 7 unbeaten at home, but Mitch Hancock's wasted header was as close as they come to scoring in the first half. John Askey has backed goalkeeper Ethan Ross to fill the sizable gloves of promotion hero Peter Jameson. He showed why with this save to keep out Brennan Camp. But from the resulting corner, New Look Eastleigh went in front. Watford loanee JJ McKiernan headed his first senior goal. All 4 Spitfires goals this season have been new signings.
Yeah, Eastleigh will take that, their second win of the season. But Wrexham, I mean, you can't count them down for long, can they? What a response. Paul Mullen's first hat-trick for Wrexham this afternoon, Aaron.
Phil Parkinson will be absolutely delighted with that. Listen, when you've got a player like Paul Mullen, you know that he's going to score your goals. You know, he scored 28 goals in the league last season, 32 the season before, and he does it again today. You know, the first hat-trick of the season, and he's just so cool and composed when he gets in these positions. You know, he doesn't panic. He knows exactly where he wants to put it, and he just shifts the ball into the bottom corner, calm, composed, and gets it in the back of the net.
Do you think he'll be up there as top scorer this season?
Without a shadow of a doubt. I think every single season that he's in this division, he will always be in and around it. You know, he's shown that he can do it at a higher level, and he's come to the National League, and he hasn't disappointed.
Well, potentially he's going to have some competition from a Dorking Wanderers playing. James McShane has got off to an absolute flyer this season.
This is it, yeah. Momentum, the club's on a high, and there we go. Again, the keeper want to do better, but yeah, strikes instant there to react.
Dorking Wanderers, they're called the entertainers. We can see why.
They certainly have, yes. They're not even asking a question here, but what a goal, what a finish by the lad there. Again.
And to be honest, I don't think that. I think they're going to be a team this season that it's all or nothing. You know, they're not going to come in and just say, all right, yeah, you know what, we'll try and get a 1-0. Listen, they're going all out. If they lose, they'd rather lose by 2 or 3 than just go and you know try and get a draw. They're going to be entertaining this year for sure.
Certainly, I think we all agree they're a great addition to the Vanarama National League. Right, coming up after the break, we are going to turn our attentions to proceedings that happened right here at Meadow Lane. Notts County took on Chesterfield. We'll review all the action after the break. Welcome back to the Vanarama National League highlight show. Right, let's turn our attention to what happened here at Meadow Lane this afternoon. Notts County welcomed Chesterfield, both of these sides looking to continue their unbeaten start to the season. The two Adams were watching this for us, Virgo and Somerton.
Quigley will get to this. Needs some support, arriving in the shape of Asante, and Mandeville backing him up as well. Asante, and now Mandeville might have hit that first time. Oh, it didn't matter. What a lovely finish that is.
Well, it's a magnificent strike from Liam Mandeville, but a lot of credit has to go to Quigley because he spreads the play, he stretches play. There's absolutely nothing that Slocum could do between the goal.
Played short here by King. Dobra. King. Onto his favoured right foot. It's a fantastic cross that, and fingertips from Slocum.
Joe Quigley was pouncing at that far post, looking for that cross from King. Just gets the faintest of touches.
Rodriguez. Cameron's cross, and Mitchell's header. That's better from Notts County.
Much better ball there. Picks up a really good spot there, Mitchell, you have to say. Great positioning there for the centre forwards.
Quigley to Asante. Asante, brilliant! He's thumped it home! You don't save those! And Chesterfield, who've been on top at the start of this second half, now have 2.
Again, you look in those one-on-one situations as a defender. Don't allow him on that right foot of his, and Cameron does that, and he loses his footing. That allows Asante to get half a yard and absolutely smash it past Sam Slocum in the goal. They've looked solid at the moment. I mean, the next goal is going to be absolutely crucial.
Could Notts County get it? Langstaff, it's a great chance! It's a good save by Fitzsimmons.
This is what he's been waiting for. This is what he's about.
Oh, it could work out here for Notts, it has! It's Langstaff! And just before the hour mark, Notts County reduced the deficit to 1.
To defensive mistake that's allowed Notts County a real lifeline. I said the next goal is going to be absolutely crucial, and it's gone to the home side.
And here comes Austin. Langstaff's waiting! Amazing! It's all square at Meadow Lane.
I absolutely love this game, Adam. And Langstaff just picks up a brilliant position, hung up brilliantly there, and heads it into the back of the net. 2 chances for him, 2 goals. What a turnaround we've had here.
Well, Luke, you're 2-0 down. You make a double substitution. 3 minutes later, it's 2-2. Are you a tactical genius?
No, not at all. But I'm not sure we deserve to be 2-0 down. You know, we made the changes and it worked. Other days it doesn't work. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the guys when they went on the pitch because they made a massive impact.
And it turned into a bit of a basketball game after that, didn't it? Because both sides were really going for it.
I don't think either team turned up to play for a point, you know. So we knew it was going to be a tough game, and like you said, it turned into basketball because both teams were desperate to win.
Is it a hard 1 point on the road or 2 points dropped on the road?
Oh, a bit of both. I think at 2-0, obviously, you're hoping to see the game out. At 2-1, you're looking at the clock with a good, I'm not sure what it was, maybe half an hour left or so. You know, obviously then they'll back themselves to get a point, and when they score so quickly after, it's up to us to show a bit of character and say, yeah, you know, we're going to ignore all the Notts County fans and, you know, iffy decisions, and we've got to sort of come out of here with something.
Thanks for joining us, appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, they have come out of it with something, but surely Chesterfield have to see that as 2 points drop, because the story really was all about Macaulay Langstaff. He seems to be settling into life, Jamie, here at Notts County fairly nicely.
Yes, that's right. He's had, 4 goals now in 2 appearances here, and you know, he's taken a real striker's instinct, especially here. In fact, reacting first off the mistake. He said Horton be disappointed, but yeah, great finish.
Well, we wondered how they were going to replace the likes of Kyle Wooten, Cal Roberts, big names that had left.
Yeah, big names that have left, but they've brought in someone who's, you know, very good in front of goal. You know, he scored a hell of a lot of goals last season, and whether it's the Conference North or whether it's the National League, you know, good finishers can score goals at any level, and this lad's showing it. You know, he gets himself in great positions. That's a fabulous ball whipped in there by Austin, but he pulls off the defender. You know, he gets himself a couple of yards of space, and then when it comes in, he doesn't panic. He guides it back across the goal and gets his second goal. You know, he's really good finisher.
He almost had a sniff of a chance to win it as well.
Well,
you're sticking up for the centre back here, aren't you?
Defenders, yeah. I feel he's got his Williams. He's going to be thankful for Grimes here. You know, he's got to do better there. But a chance, I think the defender's done really well to do enough to put him off there. So, yeah.
And from the striker's perspective?
Yeah, he's unlucky. You know, he does everything right. He gets himself in a good position. Rodriguez picks him out really well, and there he's just trying to guide it in. You know, it is good defending from Grimes, but he's getting himself in the right positions. That's the main thing.
Look, Chesterfield are still unbeaten. They are 4th in the table, but they're going to be disappointed with that.
They are, and as we said earlier, it's happened again, and it's a hangover from last season. You know, they've got to rectify this if they really want to really kick on and get out of this league. Well,
they've got Barnet next, top of the table, Barnet. Very much looking forward to that clash. Right, let's take you through our final set of games, starting with Torquay versus Boreham Wood. Now, the home side have had a slow start to life in the National League so far, but they have won 11 of their games at Plainmoor, whereas Boreham Wood, well, they've only won 2 out of their last 13 on the road. Richard Newman has the details.
A dream start for Boreham Wood at Plainmoor, and 2 centre-halves combining. Will Evans' wayward shot turned in by Jamal Fifield to open the scoring after 3 minutes. It's now 2 1-0 defeats in a week for Torquay, as Ali Omar was denied right at the death. Yeovil arrived in Greater Manchester, still waiting for their first win under Chris Hargreaves, and Malachy Linton put the Glovers in front of the match for the first time this season after 8 minutes. Phil Parkinson's Altrincham were also on the hunt for their first victory of the campaign, and were back on level terms 6 minutes before half-time. Great approach play from Chris Clark and Ryan Colclough, allowing Toby Malachy to equalise. Yeovil's last league win came at Altrincham on the final day of last season, and it looks like taking all 3 points again. Persistence paying off for summer signing Gima Toure, who scored his first goal for the club with 20 minutes remaining. But the visitors were cruelly denied in the 90th minute. Albanian forward Elgi Kajar only joined Altrincham on Friday. He marked his debut with a last-minute equaliser to break Yeovil hearts. FA Trophy holders Bromley were victorious for the first time this season in midweek, and Andy Woodman's side were in front after just 10 minutes in Hampshire. Defender Reece Hannam signed on loan from Crystal Palace in the summer with his first senior goal. Aldershot rallied in the second half, but Bromley held on for their third clean sheet in a row and back-to-back league wins for the first time since January.
Yeah, there we go. Really good point for Andy. 3 points there, sorry, for Andy Woodman. Nice way to score on your debut as well there for Kajar.
Yeah, listen, all you can do on your debut is put the ball in the back of the net and win the game. You know, that's a perfect start to a season. I'm a little bit disappointed for my old club Aldershot, you know, because I really fancy them to do well this season, and fingers crossed they managed to do that.
Clean sheet as well for Bromley. That's going to do wonders for their back line.
It is. I think if you want any bit of success in this league, you've got to build from the back, and that, you know, that certainly puts them in good stead.
Yeah, certainly does. Well, let's see what that has done to the National League table tonight. And we can see that this has been your old club, Jamie, Barnet's best start to the season in 17 seasons. They currently lead the way at the top of the Vanarama National League, although part-timers Wealdstone, they are chasing them down. Only a single point between them. Solihull Moors, with that 3 points today, moves them into third. Chesterfield, Wrexham, they'll be slightly happier with that table position of fifth. Newcomers, Dorking Wanderers in sixth, and Boreham Wood. Those 3 points move them into seventh today. Notts County currently sits in 10th. But let's take a look at the bottom of the Vanarama National League, and it's FC Halifax Town that have got the most work to do. Chris Millington hasn't won a single game yet, neither have his side scored a single goal. Yeovil, Aldershot, Scunthorpe, they're all in the relegation places. Dagenham and Redbridge have moved themselves out of it with their win today, up to 14th. Jamie Turley, did you enjoy your debut with us today?
I did, honestly. It was an entertaining game, had everything, so yeah, no, thank you guys for making me welcome.
You are more than welcome. He was all right, Aaron. Are you worried for your job?
Always worried for my job.
Well, look, it was a fantastic game here. 2-2 it ended at Meadow Lane as the mowers are going on behind me to go home. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your company. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, more National League action next Saturday, 5 p.m. from Woking. We'll catch you then.